or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh. We just goofy, man.
I mean, you did it, dude. You did it. You pulled the ripcord right at the right time. The plane of the Dallas Cowboys has now torpedoed into the ground and is just a heaping mass of a football. There's nothing left.
And then get this. The team I tried to hop on want to lose this week.
I mean, dude, man. You can't. I think it might be you, bro.
I'm about to just stop watching altogether, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I don't support the Steelers at all. Get out of here.
Oh, man. That's what I need to do.
Get out of here.
Bro, that game was like the Steelers-Ravens game was incredible, though, man. I mean, like, it wasn't that it was like a great game, but like I text you this, like, I legitimately have not seen like two solid, like really good teams play. Because I've been watching all Cowboy games, and it's just been like so lopsided where it's like, what is happening? Like, is this a basketball game right now? Like, it looked like literally like a pickup game of just like kindergarteners versus like Kevin Durant or some shit was going on all season.
The quarterback for you guys did so badly that Andy Dalton has COVID now, so he can't play.
Yep.
And the guy you played last week did so bad that they're thinking about bringing a practice squad guy up just to try against. We're going to get to this in the next aspect of the week, but unfortunately, you guys got to play us now. And
so it's only one game to pick.
Well, for you guys.
See, here's the thing, though, right? I'm losing in the score for the seasonal picks, too, because I picked the Ravens.
I mean, I'm going to start. It's going to be like an Usain Bolt near the end of the race.
First off, it's really – the Ravens only lost because Harbaugh is an asshole, dog. Like, if he had been smart, he would have called a timeout when they were down there about to, like, at the goal line. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it was on that last drive they had. They were trying to run the clock down so that they could be the last to score a touchdown, but – instead, they missed. You know, they fucked up on third down and kicked the field goal, and like that fucked them over because then they had to get the ball back with no time. And I'm like, bro, save the time because if y'all don't score, you're still gonna be screwed. And then your defense was playing good all day. They could have stood strong that last drive, bro. Like that was dumb.
It was over, dude. I mean,
that was just dumb, yo. They had them right where you wanted them, bro. Like they had y'all right where they wanted.
They
just thought they were going to
all over us. They ran all day. They could run them wherever they wanted.
Matter of fact, that last drive, they ran the ball like 8 times. They didn't throw it at all and got down to the goal line. And then they started trying to get cute. And it was like, bruh, like y'all had this game in the bag. You just had to keep banging that joint in there.
They put too much on that dude's back, though. It's like Lamar Jackson still is a young guy. And it's like, you can't fully just let a dude like him run all the time because he's going to get injured. That guy might be big, but if he keeps taking rips like that, he will get injured. But what I will say is, if it was possible just to be like, my scheme is, we're going to call a pass play, and then you're going to use your legs and just make it happen. Because what I saw was when he can get any sort of separation from a linebacker and get a little bit of space, you can't really catch him because he could go laterally like 5 yards in a second and just go 0 to 100 up the field. And like, if he could really run the whole time, you never could stop that guy because he's fucking huge.
Well, that's kind of why it shows they were kind of dumb with their play calling there because when they got down there, I think the last play they called for throwing it was they had him in the gun and he gets it, and then, like, it was like a design quarterback draw or whatever, and then y'all stopped him, you know what I'm saying? But, like, because it was only, like, 3 yards they had to get the first down. But what's stupid about it is that, like you said, had they done something where they rolled the pocket out and he's getting out on the edges, and then you got people cutting back, he could have thrown it over top or he could have ran, and he would have put y'all in a position where with only 3 yards to gain, that dude could have outran anybody for them 3 yards, but they didn't give him enough space. So, just like I said, I mean, I'm not a Ravens fan, but I'm a football analyst from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
I hate them. And I will say, like, all respect, like, it's a cool, like, I like when we play them. It's become like a cool rivalry just because it's always just the same thing. Even if the teams aren't necessarily the best that year, they always play each other, and it's always a good-ass game. Like, like when I grew up, it was like Ray Lewis, T. Sizzle, like people like that on the Ravens. And like, you know, like those kind of characters, and they're gone, but the shit's still the same. You know what I mean? Like
They designed that
the names out of
mindset.
change them, and it's just these two teams always go at it. So it was a great game, but I will say, I'm saying a lot of good things about the Ravens. I don't like to really, as it's been well documented, talk good about the Steelers because I'm worried about a jinx of some kind. But if they can, they're not winning pretty, and like we said, the Ravens were running all over us, and they were putting up yards. They basically dominated the statistics, I think, if I really looked at them. But
well, y'all should have smacked them because, really,
yeah.
y'all made that a game. And part of it, I think, was the weather was definitely playing in effect because, it was nasty out here. I live right up near Baltimore. So, it was nasty that day. It was cold. It was rainy. The ground was, like that weird consistency where it's, muddy, but at the same time, slippery and all that, you know what I'm saying? Where you can just step on a mound of grass and it'll slide through the ground. So it was a lot of bad shit. The field didn't look that good. So I think that was slowing y'all down a little bit. But he threw them 2 picks, bro, and y'all didn't really capitalize. Y'all could have blown them out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying, I texted you and I was like, man, I thought Ben was gonna be playing better than this because he had been on fire, dude, up until that point. That was really kind of a shitty game for him that he still won, which is a good sign for you guys. And the fact that you guys aren't winning.
Our running game still. Our running game's actually doing pretty well. James Conner and we got another guy named Benny Snell, and they're doing good too. The thing I was going to say is they might not be winning in an extravagant way where we're blowing teams out, or even against the Ravens, we're putting some separation in. But when it comes down to it, we're finally getting everything working. Mike Tomlin and the coaches are coaching good games. We were getting dominated. And I texted you this on Sunday. They came back in the second half, and you could tell they made adjustments. The adjustments worked, and then they stuck with that game plan, and that's why they.
Well, you know what it showed me? That this is something that I always questioned about Ben Roethlisberger for the last few years is that he could Tom Brady a game. Because usually if you watch Ben, he had AB and he had Juju, where he was just dropping. He was airing it out, dude, for a long time. He's just been dropping bombs and to his credit, he's one of the best in the business of that shit. It's funny he's never got an MVP vote ever in his life. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. That's crazy.
But yeah, he was airing. He even this season, that dude Claypool and shit. He's been dropping bombs. But this game, it was nitty gritty. He had to put some accuracy throws, timing routes. He pulled a Tom Brady where it was just all dig routes, all short stuff. He made Juju catch some tough ones, but protected him on the throws. It was really, if you are a true football fan, it was a mastery of the quarterback position. Because you said, he went from trying to do that over the top game to being okay, we gotta hit them, a little bit different now. We gotta be more strategic about this. Be smart when we throw it, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna never be mad on no team for going out there and handling their business. That's why I fuck with the Titans, bro. Because you can say whatever you want about what the score is, but the Titans go out there and be winning, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or they had a chance to.
Up too. I like that
right.
too.
Right. You remember they played.
You were saying about Ben though. One last thing about him. Yeah. Statistically, and I don't think this has ever been the case for him because he does historically take a lot of sacks and shit, make plays, extend. He's getting the ball out quicker than anybody in the league. Even the young guys, he's getting it out in 2 seconds.
That's smart, man. That's how you keep playing in the NFL, dog. That's why Tony Romo not a quarterback right now as we speak, because he would always want to hold on to the ball and spin out and do all this other shit. And it's bruh. Well, the thing too is that he always did the same move. You act like people don't watch film and be like, oh, anytime you're getting blitzed from that side, you spin off your back foot to the right and then you run out and roll out that way. That's what he does. He's had this thing where he would come back and he would spin off, do a backward spin and run around to the left side, and which is good. But it's people saw that, you know what I'm saying? Right. They know where you're gonna be, dog. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's really crazy, especially when you watch games like the Steelers. Again, their defense. When you see guys that can clearly they knew what was going to happen in a play, just obviously from watching video. That's so crazy.
That's when you're a true professional, bro. Because you can almost bring the reality of what you saw to life. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing that I give Palomalu credit for, bro. I remember when Palomalu got that one-hand pick that he grabbed out the sky, and I was that was legit pure trusting in what you believe in. Because play, he kind of bit. If I'm remembering correctly, it was a play action. He kind of bit, and then he saw it was oh, they ain't about to hand that ball to that running back. He just takes off running because you could tell the quarterback even when he threw was there ain't no way that this motherfucker sees this coming, and he put that shit up there, and that dude went out there and did some amazing shit, bro.
That guy,
and he used to shoot a lot.
defensively, like, I mean, obviously I'm a Steelers fan, so it's like not surprising, but to me, he's one of the greatest players of all time because that guy, from a position that really doesn't usually make a lot of like game-changing plays for the most part, like he would single-handedly, he changed defense for us. Like they used him like some kind of torpedo.
Yeah.
He was not used as a normal guy, and he affected so many games just himself. It was crazy, to watch, dude. He's such a great player, and honestly, like great dude. And you'd never even know, like, unless you really paid attention. I guess he's on like a couple of ads. He never talked at all. He was just like a pure athlete that just played football amazingly.
Bro, people like that don't even really exist in football no more. Because there was a time when there was a lot of dudes like that. Like you could give like kind of that Bob Sanders dude for the Colts. You had
I mean, Ed
Ray
Reed
Lewis.
was like that too for the Raiders.
Ed Reed, Brian Dawkins.
Wasn't Ed Reed like that? He didn't really talk that much.
No, Ed Reed wasn't like that. I mean, Ed Reed didn't talk that much the same way. I mean, like you had Brian Dawkins, same shit for the Eagles. Too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be like a time when like it was just like you had like a game changer on defense. Nowadays, I feel like there ain't even no kids coming out of college like that really. Like maybe for like the D line and shit, like you got that Garrett Miles kid and shit, but it ain't a lot of dudes that came out where I'm like, I guess Jalen Ramsey maybe, but I don't really like that dude. I feel like he just all talk really.
TJ Watt's kind of like that though. Like, I don't know. I mean, he is, but it's more of like a full, it's like a unit thing. It's not like one dude.
Right. Well, the Cowboys need to get somebody like that because we fucking trash, dog. We need so much help. We don't got to pick this next game.
Care anymore. Like,
we don't got to pick this next game, man.
About just a straight up turd on the ground because it's nothing. There's nothing. Stop.
You know what's really sad is that like even if let's say like next year like they come back and just it's a whole new day and they start winning and shit, I'm never gonna fucking give a fuck anymore. Like I can't do it, man.
They could go undefeated. Like 2 to 3 years of good ass play to.
They gotta go to Super Bowl. Fuck all that. Until they go to Super Bowl, I will never. I'm done, bro. That's not even being fair weather. Cause like fuck all that bullshit. Like, dude, I legitimately have rolled with them through some trash. I saw Quincy Carter smoke crack. You feel me? Like I literally sat through them through some seasons where
who was the like, white guy that was with like the quarterback Drew Henson? Wasn't that one of your guys?
There's so many names, dude. Because he was like an ex-baseball player, and I remember Jerry Jones comes on ESPN that year, and he's like, "Yeah, we got him out of the major leagues. He's gonna be a big help. He's got that arm and blah blah blah." It's like
he can throw 90 miles an hour in baseball. That's gotta mean something,
right? Exactly. It's like he's gonna want to go back to baseball the second he gets lit up. Then we had some dude named Chad Hutchinson.
That's the guy, dude. Chad Hutchinson.
That was a fucking terrible thing. Chad Hutchinson could barely. Bro, he could barely hand the ball to the running back. It's at least 12 plays of him snapping the ball and tripping over his own shoes and fumbling the ball trying to give it to the running back. It's like, bruh, this is the most rudimentary football thing. What are you doing, dog? So, like, I don't want to hear no fair weather.
Hutchinson, bro.
I don't want to hear no fair weather bullshit, bro.
Right behind you somewhere.
And look, like I said, like, it ain't no way. I wouldn't bet a penny I found on the ground on the Cowboys, bro. I'd be like, man, this money's safer in my pocket, bro. I'm saving your life, Penny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't bet a cent on these motherfuckers, bro. They not winning the game this year, dog. I don't like looking at our schedule. I don't think there's any team we can beat. Like, legitimately, like, we're probably gonna lose to the Giants next time we play. Couldn't beat the Eagles. Couldn't even score a touchdown.
It's over, dude. You guys tanked.
What is happening?
I don't even know if you did it on purpose. Like, it's over. Like, it's not.
Dude, before this season, they were picking us to go to Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
What the fuck, dude?
It's like I tell everybody every season. I was like, the second they say the Cowboys are going to go to Super Bowl, they're going to crumble like fucking Rome, dude, because that expectations weigh so heavy on them. They can't deal with it.
God's like, no. It just
if Jerry even says
his knee on son walking.
I'm telling you, bro. If Jerry Jones even says the word super, we're fucked. Like, you can't say nothing about that until it actually happens because they are cursed, bro. Like, that's what I realized about them.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's going to be an easy pick 'em this week because we only got one pick. But First,
see, here's the thing, right?
no. First off, I'm not going to hear all this bullshit. First of all, let's go over week 8 picks just to get it out of the way, just so we can get the record straight. So,
oh God,
Dallas versus Philly. We both picked Philly. Philly won 23-9. So there's a dub for both of us. We just talked Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Pittsburgh obviously won. The score was 28-24. I will say, dude, you picked almost the right score, wrong winner, though. So I picked the Steelers. You picked the Ravens. So now the overall record for us, I'm 13-2, feeling great. You're 11-4. You're not, it's not over.
Well, here's
I think we're going to have to start changing what we're doing here because
the Cowboys are just disappointed.
Like, we're making you talk about these Cowboys, and maybe should we just pick Titans games? Like, I
mean, at this point, dude, like I don't even know because like I don't know the Titans well enough to really even be picking them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I know my team, but here's the thing, dog. Like here's my pitch to you. Okay, so you're up. You feel me? And you know your team. You don't think your team's gonna go undefeated, do you? Like you think the Steelers aren't gonna win every game?
I think they're gonna lose this week.
So as the ultimate fuck you to me, and to even widen your score to your lead. You could pick the Cowboys because you have a game to spare. You know what I'm saying? So you could pick the Cowboys. They could win by some chance in hell. And then I got to eat that. Then I got to eat that crow on film. And you get to rub it in. And you still, you know what I'm saying, you would even widen your lead even more. Because
you're reaching out to my inner scumbag.
But think about it. If we both pick the Steelers to win, it's just going to stay how it is. So, like, if you switch it up, you know what I'm saying?
Why don't you potentially pick Dallas, though?
Because I have too much to lose. I'm already losing, man. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying you got the extra game to spare, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can I make a heartbreaking revelation to you right now, Aaron? I don't care about football as much as I used to, and even the success that I'm seeing is just not great. I'm not like rock hard about it. So, I mean, do we have to keep calling these games or do we call just a ending to this because I don't want to say
we can just pick the Super Bowl.
I don't want to admit that as a man, but I just don't feel the same about football. I feel like if football was a woman, it put its finger in my ass, and it's just never been the same. Or I just didn't like it, and I'm like, I don't trust you anymore. Finger my ass.
This motherfucker, we bit it down a tire shoe. She walked past, like, hey, baby, what you doing? What you got in your hand?
Get away behind me like that.
Get away from me.
But I just don't, like, I enjoy this. So we could get, like, I'm cool with what you said. I get it. But I'm not picking against my Steelers.
Come on, Matt. Did you not hear that perfect pitch? That was like what Joe Biden should have said all along.
Here's what I think.
I laid it out so clear.
Because I love my Steelers and I love you. So why don't we do this? Let's just pick 2 random games. And
I mean, but then that requires research that I haven't done, in which I have to see who's playing who.
When have you done? When have we made research decisions on this podcast? There's no.
I mean, I'm saying like for example, like I would be likely to pick the Bills if they're playing, like the Jets.
Well, I'm just
but
saying,
I don't know who they're playing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pick 2 random games, Aaron. I'm sick of the bullshit here. So, we're just going to pick 2 random games. And
I think this is what we need to do. We'll just suspend our football portion for the rest
that's what
of
I'm
the
saying.
season.
We made a presidential
let's just get to
prognostication. Let's stick it at that,
Yeah. Well, let's just wait till we get to the Super Bowl. We can pick that game. You've won. I concede as a candidate for presidency. I concede.
That's what I mean. Like, I could win a pick-em and I could, like, feel good about that, I guess. But when we break it down, I've already won. The
here's the thing.
Steelers are 7-0. The Cowboys are whatever the fuck they are. I think they got to win in somewhere, but I don't even know.
Oh, man. It's crazy that they've single-handedly killed my love for the game and yours, because it's like I can't keep shitting on this guy at this point. Like, we're coming out here trying to pick who's gonna win when we know the Cowboys can't do shit. Like, dude, they gave up so bad in that Redskins game. Like, I've never seen such a piss poor, pathetic excuse for, like.
Maybe they'll turn it around, dude. Like, maybe they're gonna show you something against the Steelers, dude. Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why don't you pick them then, and then you can rub it in even more. Be in the lead by 3 games, man.
I agree, dude. We're gonna suspend. I'm gonna pick the Steelers, obviously. Like, we can make the pick, but I know who you're gonna pick. Like, unless you have like you took some fucking acid or something, you're just thinking on next level. You're gonna pick the Steelers because I mean, what do you think?
Here's the thing: everything could go right for the Cowboys, and they'll still lose. That's what you got to realize. Like, they could go out there and Zeke could have 150 yards.
You with a Baltimore and like do that with us like Baltimore did, the way you're structured? No.
You know how I know they can't? They were pulling out every trick play in the bag just to beat the Eagles, bruh. And it wasn't working either. Like, that's the thing. It was like, you guys are trying the most desperation shit that, like, nobody does unless your team is trash. And guess what? Even that's not working. So what is left? They couldn't even score a touchdown in the last 3 games, bro.
I'm just sad for you. It's like watching like your 2 friends who were in love fall out of love, and you're like, man, I just thought it would always be like this.
Don't be sad. Don't be sad. I'm happy, like, because I always have been on the fence because I've been for years like, motherfuckers better show me something this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say that every season. I'm like, dude, they better show me something because, like,
see, I was
kind of last year. I was
there this year. But
yeah,
I've been shown something. You know what I mean?
I mean, here's the thing, Matt. You can still not go to the playoffs. Y'all can
I mean, I'm not saying we're going to succeed. I'm just saying.
But y'all got an easy schedule now, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. We're not going to be undefeated, but are we good enough to get into the playoffs? I think so. I think we'll probably – if we don't –
Here's this. How about this?
We'll probably win.
We'll pick that game. We'll pick that game. Boom. Both of us pick the Steelers, and then we'll say Titans. Who do they play this week? Can we figure that out real quick? Because then what we'll do is we'll throw this as the little spice game. We'll just pick one other game. We'll just pick, like, it can just be anybody. We'll start with the Titans this week. We'll pick somebody next week, a different team. Because the Cowboys, we can't pick any more of their games. They're going to lose them all. So, like, that will be the news. If the Cowboys win a game, we'll come on here and talk about them.
I already removed the Cowboys logo from your screen, from our.
I appreciate that because I don't need to be associated with such mediocrity.
To be honest with you, I didn't fully remove it. I kept it in there with a cross sign, but it's smaller, so you know.
That's fine. I don't want anybody to see my face. So, like, put my Corona mask on me. It's like I'm done.
All right, hold on.
But yeah.
Let's see who the Titans play. Okay. Ooh.
I think they played the Colts maybe or somebody, right?
They played the Chicago Bears.
Oh, okay. See, that's a good game to pick right there. That's actually something that we can think on, see? Versus the Cowboys score of the Steelers game, I was going to say I do predict it being potentially – can you score 75 points in a game? Is that ever been done before?
You could. That's 10 touchdowns, bro, and a couple of other shit. So
so I'm gonna go with a score of 28-3. By some chance of God, they might actually 32-3. By some chance of God, they'll score
32-3.
They'll score 3 somehow. Who knows how? But
I'm going 42-0. No, I'm gonna give you 6 points. I'm giving you 6.
Bro, you realize I said they were gonna get shut out last week, and they almost got shut out.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I couldn't believe. I mean, I could, but at the same time, it's like you guys are pros. Like you can't figure it out at least.
Bro, those field goals were like 50 yards, 49, 48. Like it was like they barely even scored them field goals, dude. So it's just like they're trash, man. I can't fuck with them, man.
In terms of Tennessee, Chicago,
Titans, Chicago. I'm gonna say, damn. I don't want them to go on a 3-game losing streak, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Titans, and I'm gonna say they're gonna win 20-17.
You know, and just to also like we're talking about rubbing it in record wise, I'm picking Chicago just to say fuck you.
See, now he wants to use his free game. You hear this, people?
Is Nick Foles still their quarterback?
Yeah, that's why I'm not picking Chicago.
I'm gonna pick Chicago in a barn burner of 32-30.
See, here's where you're fucking up. Nick Foles can only give you a barn burner if he gets 3 weeks rest. That's what people don't understand. Like, I think he just anytime he starts and he has to play every game, like he gets to like the 4th game.
Out of it. You should want this.
You already picked it now, motherfucker.
Well, it's all right. I'm like you. I might want to change my fucking pickup 20 times, bro.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I mean, dude, I was under pressure, man. They was asking me questions and shit, man. People put me on the stand, dog. You know, like Trump, man.
You know you fucked